Yep, want my shirt. I know I would. I know I would. If y'all ever, I'm sure you have watched Katja, furniture artist. She wears beautiful clothing. I am not that person. Not that person. I'm more like the vintage and painted lady from Australia who gets paint all over everything and has to wear painted work clothes because she's going to paint them anyway. That's me. Now I've ruined my pretty shirt. I do have one just like it in green and black because, you know, when you like something, buy 3 of them, right? But now my peach one is crap. I should have changed. I knew I'd get dirty. Why did I think I could wear normal people clothes? I don't know. Hello, welcome to Lcewibg Lane. My name is Shari. Yesterday I put up a video that began with me laying on the couch taking a nap or resting with my animals, saying that it was bench and footstool assembly day. Well, instead I got nervous and I made all of the cuts for my little pedestals, my littles that I'm going to sell. But today it is time to start. I'm not saying I'll get anything assembled, but I will try. What I'm going to start out with is this one here. It is only, it's 34 inches. It's still hefty. I mean, this is solid, heavy wood. Some of them are light, but most of them are pretty solid. So that's my concern, is I'm going to put legs on there and they're not going to be able to take the weight, even though the legs are pretty hefty too. I am going to have to do some cross braces, which I do have some boards that I'll have to cut for those, or between the legs to sturdy it up. Even if it's a decorative bench, like the I guess the past year, the skinny benches that have been all over the internet and stuff, even if it's a decorative and not one you're going to sit on, you don't want it to fall down when you set stuff on it. So it needs to be sturdy. I'm going to start out with the small one and then work my way up to the bigger ones. And then I have a big one that is 70 inches that is going to be like behind a sofa table. So I love that they're already beat up and they've got the saw marks and the nail holes and all of that. I love that a lot. But this stuff right here, I don't know if that's water damage or mold or whatever it is. As much as I love how yucky it looks, I don't want it to be dirty. So I'm going to have to clean them. And I want to beat them up a little bit more. Maybe, I don't know. There's all kinds of ways you can make things look rustic, but they're already pretty rustic. Anyway, once I get them cleaned, then they're going to need to be sanded a little bit so you don't get splinters and stuff. Even if they have gouges and things, you don't want to get hurt while you're touching it. And then if I need to go back in and add some color to darken in the holes and stuff, I will. I could assemble them, which is what I really, really want to do. I want to assemble them and I want to make them now, but it would be a lot more work to assemble or to clean and sand all of the pieces once they're together than to just do it all before. So instead of going crazy and cleaning every single one, I'm going to clean like a couple at a time. So I'm going to make 2 skinny bitches the same size, the same way today. So I am going to clean them, sand them, and the legs, and cut the legs, and see if I need to stain them or not, or if I can just clear coat them or whatever. That's my process today. And even though I have a whole lot I can make, you know, you got to start somewhere. So let's get into it. Alrighty. Sorry about the lighting. I'll try to fix it when I edit. I've got my table over here set up, and I've got my boards laid out for my 2 tabletops, and I only got 4 legs. I need to get out another set of legs. I think I'm gonna do 1 straight and 1 angled. I've got TSP cleaner. It is heavy duty cleaner used before painting. Cleans surfaces in preparation for painting, better durability, adhesion, effectively controls lead paint, dust, all that kind of good stuff. So it is a little bit toxic or something, so gloves. I got it mixed up in my 5-gallon bucket over there. The bad thing about today is I am washing them, so they're gonna have to dry. It is supposed to be 93 degrees today, so maybe they'll have time to dry and I can work on something else in the meantime. But yeah, I'm gonna get started on this. I also have an assortment of wire brushes to get into the cracks and crevices. It's just scrubbing. I'm gonna start out the legs like this. I don't want to get these soaking, so I guess I'm going to take the hose over there and rinse them off one at a time so they can be drying while I do the next one. Our next door neighbor's little puppy ate the fence, which I guess was okay because it needs to be repainted anyway, and I'm going to probably do a different color. Anyway, that's why I have mismatched fence panels. I have to move the big tree that we cut down. Big tree. We went ahead and cut the log, and yeah, we haven't cut it up yet. And I'm just gonna rinse it. Let's see, I'll show you the before. I don't know if you can tell in this light. It's these black gunky areas. Yeah, you can see how dirty, like this part right here. Let's look at that part. And now it's much better. And rinse. Okay, this is after rinsing. This side still has the pipe where the pipe was laying on it. I like the color, but I don't want it to be dirty. Yeah. That's nice. You can still see the marks where the pipe was laying on it, but it's not all grimy anymore. I think I'm gonna pause this. I know my videos have been getting pretty long. I'm gonna pause this, go ahead and clean up, and then I'll show you the next, okay? Dirt, it needs to come off. If it's stained, please stay. Looks like it's a little bit of both dirt and stain. Most of the grime is off, and I'm going to either stain these or seal them with some kind of sealer, so all of that will not be touching your hands. It'll be in and it'll be protected, so I'm okay with it having a little bit of grime. These are not clean benches at all, they're rustic. But I do want to make them safe to be in someone's home. So that's where the protection comes in. One more big board to do, and then we'll put them out in the sunshine to dry. Okay, cleaning is done. I moved the table away from my, what do you call it, canopy. If you're on this side, keeps the sunshine right off of my back porch. I could pull it back and everything, but I don't want it to be hot back here, so I moved my table over to where the sunshine is. And I did go ahead and clean up some more boards that I'm probably going to use for cross braces. And I'm going to take a little break and let those dry. You can see these are almost dry, so I don't think it's going to take too long. If you are interested in this kind of what do they call them? Privacy shade. That is a drop cloth from Harbor Freight, and I used my little technique of I tied up acorns. I was afraid they would sprout. Anyway, I tied up acorns, gathered them. I made a video a long time ago, a goofy one, and put them up with twine around the beams and around the top of the pergola. That thing has been up for 3 years, and because I had my swimming pool back here, and that house had been vacant for a couple of years, and then when people moved in, I just didn't want them to see me in my bathing suit, because you can see right through the pickets. Oh, also, so yeah, whenever it rains, it gets washed, and then whenever it's hot outside, which is, 9 months out of the year, I spray it down with the water hose, and it kind of puts a nice cool breeze back here. Also, I just wanted to let you know, I wasn't spraying the neighbors' dogs with that greasy water. They're inside most of the time, and she has stuff against the fence to keep little guy from, or little girl from chewing the fence. So that's not going to go anywhere over there. And mostly it was just running down the boards and going onto that log. And another thing is the grease that I did not get off of the boards, I'm going to be sanding them too. And so that will also be another layer gone before I protect them. I'm going to take a break, and hopefully these guys will dry fast and we can move on. Okay, it has been about an hour. These are completely dry. I did go ahead, like I said, and do these pieces that I might use for cross braces. Most likely, I'm not going to use these for cross braces on these 2 skinny benches because they're not long enough, but I'm going to use them on other stuff, so I may as well do them. The first thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to apply some I have lots and lots and lots of this paint, these different color paint stains that Tony and I have used on various projects. This one is Bare Premium Advanced Formula oil-based. It's oil-based. Okay. The thing with it being oil-based means that I need to use oil-based top coat on it as well. I didn't realize it was oil-based. I don't think I have any oil-based top coat, unless lacquer counts. Okay, I'm not sure. I have lacquer, and I have polyacrylic, and I have poly, the one that's for outside. And I think the best bet would be to go ahead and use one that is water-based. I'm gonna go check on the lacquer, because I could cover these with lacquer, and I don't know what sheen it's in. I'm gonna go see what that is, and then I'll come back and let you know what I decide on if I want to use oil-based or water-based. All right, polyacrylic, water-based, lacquer, oil-based. So I'm going to do one set with this and the other set with this. I'm gonna go pick out a different color of water-based. Okay, Varathane Wood Stain Espresso is water-based. So those two will go together. These are not going to be that color. These are going to be in the grooves, and they're going to highlight the wood grain and all the divots and stuff. On these two, I'm not going to rough them up anymore with any... Oh, the thrasher came. I hadn't seen him in a while. I'm not going to rough them up anymore. I think they're rough enough. And just like, I mean, this guy, which again, I'm probably not going to use for these, but I mean, that's cool. And most of these already have some of that character going on. So I don't feel like I need to do that, because once you do all that, then you have to clean it off again and all that. I just want to get some done. So what I'm doing, this is my trial run day, and then my next work day, I'm going to just try to crank them out. I'm going to, after I get comfortable and have my feet wet with this, I'm going to wash them all, scrub them all, dry them all, stain them all, and then assemble and then protect. That's how I'm going to do it. So yeah, I'm going to try to do as many as I can in a day or 2 days next week. But today I just want to get these two done. So I am going to start with this one, and then I'll move on to this one. That being said, this one over here is way darker than this one. So I'm going to use the espresso on the dark one, and then this one is going to be my lighter one. So, oh, what I was saying is these are going to set into the grooves, and then I'm going to sand. I haven't sanded yet. And then I'm going to sand, and then I'll put on either a natural stain or just go straight to this. I do also have tung oil and linseed oil that I could do after I stain. So we'll see. But for now, I'm going to pick out my two darkest legs. All these legs were cut from the same board, so they're pretty light. But this one has more, so I'm going to put this to be espresso. And this one. Okay, so those are going to be espresso and polyacrylic. And these guys are going to be dark walnut and lacquer. I need to pick a cross brace. I'm pretty darn sure this would work as a cross brace. It's just the legs would probably have to be close together. I'm going to go ahead and stain this one this color. And then this one is going to be far more than enough to be a cross brace for this one. So, all right, I'm just using these microfiber cloths. I think they'll do fine. Tony got a deal on them, and he didn't like them for the kitchen, so I'm just going to use these since I have them. I went ahead and wet my rag because I want this to be very light. Like, I don't want it to soak in. Like, I just hit that accidentally, and it is really dark. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it and see what happens. If it turns out to be dark, then it turns out to be dark. So I'm trying to get it into all the cracks. So I'm putting it on pretty thick. Yep. So I think I'm gonna go get a wet rag and wipe it down with a wet rag. I'll be right back. More gloves. Harbor Freight has a sale about once a month, and their gloves are actually a reasonable price at that time. All right, so now I don't know if I should spray and wipe or just wet my, I think I'm gonna spray and wipe. All right. Doesn't seem to be doing much. Yep, want my shirt. I know I would. I know I would. If y'all ever, I'm sure you have watched Katja, furniture artist. She wears beautiful clothing. I am not that person. Not that person. I'm more like the vintage and painted lady from Australia who gets paint all over everything and has to wear painted work clothes because she's gonna paint them anyway. That's me. Never in my pretty shirt. I do have one just like it in green and black because, you know, when you like something, buy 3 of them, right? But now my peach one is crap. I should have changed. I knew I'd get dirty. All right, I'm gonna do this one more time. Kind of going along the grooves. I'm kind of not pleased that it's so dark, but I am going to sand it. So hopefully after I sand it, it'll show some more of that natural wood color underneath there. All right, that's one. Have all of these pieces of scrap. Might as well use them. Okay. Next. tempted not to do this. The legs are already dark. The cross beams are dark. I could just let this one be light. I'm just going to do it. I'm already committed. So I think what I will try is, which side are you seeing, is watering it first and seeing if that helps. Now that is a lot of stain. That's a lot. And see, this is the part that's going to be sanded off. I have to get inside the grooves. Maybe I'm doing it backwards. Maybe I should do the light coat and then just barely touch it up. I don't know. And just dry brush the tops or something with a darker color. Could dry brush the tops with like a lighter paint, but I didn't really want to do paint. And this is oil based, so it would have to be an oil based paint. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and wipe it back now. Now that's better. Okay, I think maybe wetting it first and then immediately wiping it off. That might be the way to go. Cool. Yep, that's better. Okay, so now the catch is when I sand this, if I sand too much, it'll take away those saw marks that I love so much. So it's gonna have to be a light sand. Might should have sanded it first, then touched it up, and then sand it again. It's because I'm lazy and I don't want to do all that work. Okay, this has a lot, so I'm going to do the back. And I'm supposed to wet it first. I'm kind of drenching it. Okay. I'm amazed that hasn't fallen yet. As soon as I say that, though, it will. Because it's rougher, it absorbs more of the paint. still okay. Still good. You want to see? Ta-da. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to finish. I really want the knot holes to show through. This is the tabletop, so this is the one that matters. And I don't want my knot holes to be completely blacked out. And weirdly, I like the end grains to show. Okay, well, I'm glad I did the top last, so I kind of worked out my method. It's okay if the legs are a little bit darker. I didn't even add any stain this time. I'm just using what's left in the rag and pressing. Just going back and adding in the notches that I know I want dark. Alrighty. Yeah. I don't remember if I did the other end. I don't think so. Nope. All right, I am pleased with that. Okay, so oil-based products are flammable. Do not throw your rags away. Let them out in a dry, whatever, lay them out, let them dry before disposing of them at the waste recycling bin facility. Okay, so that's it for this one. I am going to clean up, change my gloves, and put these in the sunshine and let them dry and see what's next. This is them. The legs are darker. The two small ones are the legs. That'll be the cross beam, and that's the top. So this bench is only going to be that tall. So I don't know. It's more like a, I don't know. It's a regular size bench. It's not a tall, skinny bench. Anyway, I think I'm gonna like it. I'm letting those dry out in the sunshine. That's the little bit of sunshine we have left. On this one, move all this stuff out of the way. On this one, I'm thinking about doing Waverly in the grooves and then going back over it with black wax, dry brushing. I'm gonna go see though if I have any gray in here. All right, I was gonna sit over there on the couch and give you a preview of what the bench is gonna look like, but my Millie beat me to it. So this is the bench that I just stained. I was making the rest of the video. I was checking to see if I had gray stain, and then I just went off showing you all of my paints and stuff, and it was super long and I ran out of space on my phone, so I just deleted all that, went and changed clothes. It is getting late in the afternoon. This is what the bench is going to look like. Of course, this will be up here. I like it. I do. This is the one that's going to be gray, and I thought I had black wax, but I don't. I have antique wax. If I can either use that, or I do have some black, actual black wax, but that is what it is going to look like in the end product. I'm going to cut this video off. It's already like 45 minutes. I looked a while ago, and she's so cute. She's 11, and I'm still in love with her, and she's getting old, and she's still my baby. Anyway, I'm going to cut this video off. I am going to go ahead and paint this, but I think that's enough for one day. I don't know. I might switch that up. God, so indecisive. I might switch that up. I might go ahead and just sand that one real quick. It's only 4:30 in the afternoon. The mosquitoes are out, and I'm having to wear shorts because all of my paint clothes are out there. That's why I didn't have any on, apparently. Yeah, I think I'm going to save this one for another day next week. I'm feeling pretty good about it now that I've assembled it, and let me pick you guys up. You can see the top. Like, yeah, I think it's going to be just lovely. Like, I'm really excited about it. So I'm not scared anymore. I don't know what I was so scared about, messing it up, but probably don't want to see Millie's belly. Anyway, I have that whole stack over there. My next day of doing this, I think I'm just going to hit it hard, and I'm going to stain it, clean everything, let it dry, and then the next day stain everything and let it dry, and then the next day assemble, and the next day protect, clear coat and everything. And I don't know if that'll be every day, but I think that's my steps. I'm going to pick out how many ever I want to do and just try to knock them out real fast. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and sand the other one. It is completely dry now, and I'm going to sand it and see what it looks like. That way I can just kind of wrap this video up and maybe hop it up here, and so you can see what the end product will look like once it's all assembled. Maybe I can get it assembled this afternoon too. Here's hoping. If not, then we'll do that on assembly day. Okay, there she is. I started out with 180, it wasn't enough. I went to 120, it wasn't enough. I did just 80, and it worked good. There was still a lot of dirt on it, and it kind of gummed up the pad, so I had to clean it off. So that makes me think I should sand before I put in the first layer of stain, which would also save me product of stain. So, but that is it, and I'm going to be really pleased. This is the cross brace that's going to be here. I like both of them. Not sure what all colors I'm going to get, but I'm going to make several, so I get to play a little bit. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you enjoy this and you got some inspiration, and I'll see you next time on Lcewibg Lane.